So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. Week 4 of Season 26's World Tour takes us back to these fair shores here of Great Britain. We're at the legendary Kent circuit that is Brands Hatch for this week's triple header. It is a sprint week, so 3 races to come your way tonight. But first, a small matter of qualifying to get out of the way. And it is the return of our F1 style qualifying. So all 14 drivers will take part in qualifying 1. 3 drivers will be knocked out before we go to qualifying 2, where another 3 drivers will be knocked out, and then the remaining 8 drivers will go head to head in the pole shootout to decide the grid order for race 1. And without further ado, qualifying is about to get underway as the drivers currently making some sandcastles there at the outside of Paddock Hill Bend. Now, the circuit here, Paddock Hill Bend, is deceptively steep as a corner, and I don't think you've ever appreciated it on either TV or in a game. The first time you go there and see just quite how big a drop it is down the hill, it really opens your eyes. So definitely something, if you get the opportunity to see, please do go and do so. Dribble some words out there. So qualifying then underway, 5 minutes. Everybody on the medium tyres for Quali 1 and Quali 2. Who's first out on track then? It looks to be Biggles, it is indeed. So we'll go on board then with him. Got a lap then of the Indy circuit then. So the qualifying is taking place on the Indy layout, and the races will take place on the full GP layout with 15 laps. And the reverse with a reverse grid race 3, of course. In the Genesis. And here we go then for a lap of the Indy circuit. The lap times here probably about 45 seconds on the mediums. Come along the Brabham straight over the crest, and then pick your braking point for Paddock Hill Bend. Blind, wait for the curve and the inside to appear. Get that run up on the outside, then heading up the hill towards Druids. And the better overtaking opportunities there. Hug that inside curb. Power down towards Graham Hill Bend. To the left then. Curve nicely. Short burst along the back straight then into Cleans, and then into the curve. We're already back onto the start finish straight. I say straight, it's not very straight. This little bit appears to be. First time on the board is a 45.2 then from Biggles in the Genesis. Graham immediately goes 7 tenths faster, and then Pagani also jumping to the top. And the reigning champ, although he is dispossessed by the so far dominant T. Smith. 6 races down so far this season, 5 wins to his name already. He is looking imperious so far this season. Blue flag then has gone P2, another one who goes well around here. Developing third, although SBY has just split the 2 Porsches. He's looking quick in practice. Of course, everybody back there in their regular GT3 cars this week then, so we've got the mix of the Genesis, the Porsches, the Nissans, and the Lexus GT1. No Supras, no McLarens. There's Roscoe's a bit of P2 there in the BMW. Now the BMW is very much an OP car around here. Now it really shouldn't be, because the M6 is the big boy of the GT. Well, the Genesis is also a very big car and shouldn't really be that good around here. But for some reason, the game physics have allowed the M6 to be the OP car then, so let's see if one of the M6s can go well tonight. Last night it was in GT2, it was back to its chaotic best at times last night GT2. If you haven't watched the show already, please do go back and watch it. It was a hell of a watch. Victories last night there for Mikey in race 1 in the Nissan. Race 2 was run by Zom, so double up for the Doctors. In the Porsche before race 3 was won by Andy then in the All Mongs No Toms. Smith continues to lead the way. Mike enjoyed race 1. I'm sure you did. Then we saw you doing some murdering in race 2. Smith continues to lead the way then from Ross, SBY, Blue Flag in 4th, Unsafe in 5th, near the Porsche, Graham in 6th. Lexus then currently then in the drop zone. We've got Biggles, Aaron and Homer are currently on the bubble. Homer's to find 77,000 then over all. In the chat, good evening James, he's begging for the SBY win tonight. Good evening James, well, good evening. Good evening Derek, good evening Mikey, good evening Royston, still calling SBY an SBY win. Well, he's got around here. In fact, the last time we came here that I recall in GT1 was our manufacturer series when he was in the Lexus. I was in the Mercedes, and I spent the entire race chasing him down. I thought I had him after the pit stops, but he came out ahead of me, and we closed down, and never quite got there, and he won that one. So, it was twice that season I chased him down for a win. He escaped. I'm not talking about the fact that my race then fell apart in the last few laps, but we'll ignore that bit. And then there's up to third. Homer meanwhile has got ahead of Fever, so Fever has some work to do than the reigning GT2 champion. Into the final 25 seconds. There's only 2 thousandths up. Then he needs to find 1.5 tenths to get back into a position to go through into quality 2. And Aaron now goes up to 12th then, but still not enough. He's got time for one more lap. Over on the board, Pagani's not safe either. Joe Burns, who's filling in tonight for the One Hit Wonders team, he improves. Here comes Fever then to the line. This is his last chance. He improves, but it's not enough, so he's out. Biggles is round, so Biggles is out. What about Aaron? He used to work here many moons ago because he lives just down the road. He's down in sector 2. It's not looking promising here. He only needs 14 thousandths of a second. He'll need a hell of a run up the straight though. Is it going to be enough? Oh, it is. He goes 8th. Wow, what a final sector then. Homer is out, so Aaron there at the death. Snatches through with Tom Duval, meanwhile, has gone through fastest of all then. 44 ones. There we go then, qualifying is over and done then. And it's Biggles, Fever and Homer who are knocked out of that one. And look at how tightly packed this grid is once again though. Biggles there struggling to get a lap hooked up in that Genesis there. Homer there was 1/2 tenth out behind Pagani. Fever 1.5 tenths there, so that's all it is. 1/2 second covering your top 13. Biggles there struggling to get a lap hooked up, unfortunately. So he is going to be starting race 1 at least at the very back. Fever and Homer will be joining him then. So that is the end of Quali 1. Into Quali 2 we go. The 11 remaining drivers in, and we get to go all over again. Again, everybody on the medium tyres. Again, we're on the Indy circuit. Question in here. Can we get predictions for the title challenges for GT2 and GT1? Well, at the minute, I think it's going to be very difficult for GT1 to look past the man on the screen. Not on Sofa Race, unfortunately. It is this man here, T. Smith, who has won 5 of 6 races so far this season, which is absolutely absurd form from him. So he is looking imperious in GT1. Let's look at the points as well. Whereas is the point standings, and let's have a look at where everybody is relative to him in GT1. So he leads the way at the minute from Fever, who is second. Fever is already 23 points back. That's a big gap to close down. And unsafe in third, so it's the Germans giving chase. Both of them in the AM class as well. That's interesting there. Yeah. Difficult to see past anybody but T. Smith really for the GT1 at the minute. Pagani's himself with a bit of work to do as well. 79 points. He's already got about half the points of T. Smith. We're only 3 weeks in, so he's got a bit of work to do. Yeah, so I think T. Smith is pretty much odds on for GT1 title unless he has some sort of meltdown, which would be a first, but not out of the realms of possibility. So we'll see. In GT2. In a minute, Andy leads the way, and he's looking quite imperious up there as well. Glenn's up there, but he had a bit of a shocker yesterday. Of course, the man asking the question, then Jalen's not out of touch either, so it's a lot closer in GT2. So yeah, Andy's going to be in there. Glenn, if he can get back, he's had his off week now, gets back into form, he should be a competitor. Derek's been consistent as well, he should be up there. Yourself, James, as well, you should be up there, and I think Carl also can't be counted out. Well, we know over a season he can string it all together. So a few names to feature in GT2. GT1, it's I think who's going to be best of the rest. So the first lap's then going in for Quali 2. Rom, who's gone to top of the standings after the first laps. Going up there, squeezed through in P11 last time. I want to avoid the same fate this time. Going a bit quicker this time though. That should be slightly more comfortable, but expecting the gaps to be minute in this one. Only third after the first runs. It's down on the plan as well. That's in fourth. It's by fifth. At the minute, it's Blue Flag, Aaron and Joe Burns. All stalwarts of FTRL. We've got a bit of work to do. Joe Burns just 6,000 behind Unsafe Release. He finds himself in P8, but on the bubble at the minute. He just improves up to P6 though. Himself nearly 3/10 there. Good luck from him. He seems to lead the way. Aaron improves. SBY goes second, just 3 thousandths off of pole. Or P1. It's not really pole because we've got another session yet. Just jumped ahead of T Swift. T Swift then not quite getting hooked up at the minute. He's only a 10th off, and he's very wide there out of Graham Bend. Improving at the minute then, so he's been struggling a little bit in this session so far. So Joe Burns has got ahead of Blue Flag. Tom Duval's out in the drop zone with Aaron. All the way. That's a bit of clear track because it's a very busy lap here. Not a long circuit, 45 seconds, 11 cars. So we've got a couple of minutes of the session to go though. He's going very slowly on the start and finish straight, so he's going to improve on this lap. T Smith then is going to improve on this time around. He's had a better run out of Graham or Ben that time. Paddock, yep, no, still a 10th down then, so T Smith struggling to improve in this one. Safe there on the raggedy edge there as he heads into Clark Curve. Picks up the grill on the outside there. On the Brabham straight he comes. Does he improve? He does not. Joe Burns then. Didn't improve in that time. Who did improve there though? Well, somebody did just improve. Tom Duval goes to 7th. That drops down to 8th. There's Blue Flag behind him. Has also improved. Aaron up to 5th as well. So he hooks it up then, dips into the gravel though, coming out of Paddock or Bend. So now in the drop zone it's Joe Burns, Unsafe Release, and Graham suddenly finds himself in trouble. He's not even 1.5 tenths off of pole, but he's now in the drop zone. So that is how tight this field is. The whole field is covered by 0.21. Oh, T Smith just gone to the top of the pile. Meanwhile, you can say it was just covered by 2 tenths. It's now covered by 3 tenths. T Smith has just laid down a marker. He's got it hooked up finally. So this is wrong, but it's currently a Doctor's 1-2. Third, Joe Burns has improved. Goes up to 9th though, and he's 9 thousandths of a second shy. He's 4 thousandths ahead of Tom Duval. Last lap set on the boards. Tom Duval's got another lap in. Graham coming into the final corner. These are the laps that matter. He's a good run. He's dipped a tyre into the grass and the gravel. And I fear that may hinder him. It did, so Graham does not improve. Joe Burns is down by 0.5 tenth. Ross has improved. Garni improves and Safe improves. Goes second. Just by getting out of the way there. Can Joe Burns get into the top 8? No, he can't. What about Tom Duval? He improves, but not enough. He comes up just 2 thousandths shy. Look at that, he's missed out by 2 thousandths of a second. And Joe Burns gets knocked out there by 2. Why, what's he? 9 thousandths there. He's 9 thousandths of a second out, and Tom Duval 2 thousandths of a second further back. So Graham, Tom, and Joe are eliminated from qualifying 2. Which means that it is T Smith, Unsafe, Rom, SBY, Pagani, Ross, Aaron, and Blue Flag then going through into quali 3. They will be battling out for pole. Everybody will now switch to the soft tyres from the medium tyres. Another 5 minutes to go all over again. And Joe will get out of his car. 3 tenths, yeah. 3 tenths from first to 11th. When T Smith improved, or just before T Smith, it was 2 tenths. Covering first to 11th, so Very, very tight grid. So last night in GT2 qualifying, the top 6 were covered by 0.2 of a second. So it is once again super tight. This one then, such a short lap. Same. Oh, doesn't matter. It's that position anyway. There's some moving going on. Ron misses. Ross exits stage right. Here we go then, 5 minutes then to decide pole position. Can anybody deny T. Smith another chance at more victories then? I think he will struggle to get 3 victories here tonight. Donsach is very tight circuit. Maybe taking opportunities are at a premium around here. Pelico Bend's one of them, Ruiz is another. Other than that, Sterling's maybe? A little bit into Hawthorne's. So yeah, you're kind of waiting for other people's mistakes more than anything around here. Yeah, so Pagani has got clear track. Use that to full advantage. Forward then with the reigning champ. Sylvester in the week, he's not a huge fan of this circuit to drive anyway. He goes alright here, but we'll see. Up against it a little bit this season so far. And Genesis maybe not fully to his liking. Using all the track. And the run off there on the outside of Druids. That Genesis there really not wanting to turn into Graham or Ben there on the exit. Having to use all that run off again. I think he just caught the grass as he turned in there. The car didn't quite bite. To McLean's. There we go. First lap time is a 43.8 then. P2, SPY goes P2 now. T. Smith goes to the point. 43.7. SPY is just 1,000 ahead of unsafe release. He was 12,000 ahead of blue flag. He was 25,000 ahead of Rom. He was 81,000 ahead of Ross. And with a bit of time to find in a minute. Yeah, the gap between Ross and T. Smith is smaller than the gap between Ross and Aaron. So Ross in 7th and T. Smith in 1st. Aaron, I fully expect will improve on that lap time. He's indeed. Oh, now then. I see he's improved by 3.5 tenths there, but that will probably pop him into about P7 as Pagani goes back into 2nd. Ross now goes 4th. Improve, he does. Aaron improves by nearly 4 tenths per second and doesn't gain any places. That is how narrow the margin is around here. Then dips a tyre into the gravel and paddock. Now the whole field covered by just over 2.5 tenths of a second once again. T. Smith there's the man to beat. Pagani in 2nd, so there's a Genesis 1-2. Rom looking quick around here. And this one's got a good front end on it, so we'll help it dig into the corners. Pagani is pitting fresh tyres, and Rom does not improve on that. What about Ross? Going in P4. T. Smith has just improved again. Ross does improve and goes 2nd. Good luck there from him. T. Smith finding another 10th or so. Around about 800th of a second. So Ross has gone 2nd, now unsafe, up to 3rd. Pagani finds himself down on the 2nd row at the minute. Has gone for fresh tyres. Can see a bit of wear on these the front tyres on these cars. Genesis, of course, quite a big car. 3.5 tenths covers the whole grid once again. It is super tight around here. Rom goes P2. So Doctor's 1-2 again. Chips the tyre into the gravel though on the exit of paddock. So that probably won't be an improvement for him, but he'll have one more chance. 2.5 tenths down then, so he will not be improving on this lap then. Can Ross fight back? Pelico Bend. Pagani on his fresh tyres. He's found some time. Let's keep an eye on the champ. because it was unsafe doing the lawns. He's then lost that time then. And run up to the final couple of corners. Should make the line, will have one more chance at it. That time around. Ross. Driven this lap. Rom is down on his side. T. Smith is going faster again, 7,000ths of a second. So they're pushing all the way out to the outside of the SPY, then a little bit more from him. No, again, he's struggling a little bit on this lap then, so he's not improving. A blue flag. One often goes well here. He's down on his time. Comes the line and T. Smith improves again. Buys a tiny little bit of time, 7,000ths of a second. Rom then stays in second. Ross. Can he improve on third? He needs to find half a tenth. And no, he does not. I think that's your lot. That is it then. So T. Smith once again taking pole position for this one. Rom will join him on the front row, so it's a Doctors 1-2. Ross then for the PS Playmates in third, with the Big Kahunas Old and Safe in fourth. So the One Hit Wonders Pagani in fifth, with SBY for the PS Playmates in sixth, and then the All Mongs, No Toms, Blue Flag and Aaron 7 and 8 together on row 4. 3.5 tenths covers all 8 drivers there. Super tight once again. 1-2 for the Doctors. Everybody having at least one driver. All teams having one driver in the final shootout. And now then we will switch to the GP layout. And our first race then of 15 laps. Now the options are the soft and the medium tyres tonight. Then each driver must use the medium tyres twice. They can use a soft tyre once. And in which race though is completely up to them. Now of course the first race will be based on the grid that we've just seen for qualifying. Race 2 will be as they finish from race 1, with the race 3 being the full reverse grid of course. So chances are plenty. What does T. Smith do? Norberno's in the chat there, backing his team, the PS Playmates. Great job from you in race 3. That's that. Well done. Good solid P2 there. We'll not talk about what happened in race 2 with your interesting exit from the gravel trap at Paddock Bend. Let's get predictions in the chat. Who do we think is going to win race 1 tonight? Is it going to be T. Smith? Is it going to be Rom? And safe in SBY up there. Ross is there as well. BMW is a good car around here. We'll come down to the start. Who uses what tyres? Those soft tyres will be the tyres to have at the start. While the medium tyres will have the better longevity. Go. Predictions, please. I think it will be difficult to stop T. Smith if he can get away in the lead. Oh God! Drunk Simon is about to cause some carnage. Will is breathing a sigh of relief, so he's not on the track tonight. The blue and yellow 1-2. So he's going for a T. Smith and Rom 1-2 in that order. Do we think hope we can cut through from P12? I know, it's just boring, isn't it? It's like watching Max Verstappen. It's just boring. It into the wall, and we get ready to go racing. For the first time tonight. So we're a bit disappointed with his qualifying. Down P6. Can he go anywhere in the race? Here we go, of course it will be a standing start. We've got T. Smith then on pole position. Rom alongside him, then Ross unsafe on row 2, Pagani and SBY on row 3, Blue Flag and Aaron on row 4, Joe Burns and Tom Duval on row 5, Graham and Homer on row 6, Fever and Biggles on row 7. Standing start then with a false start check. We did see a false start from Dusty Fossil last night. Does everybody going to keep the foot on the brakes? They do. Away we go. It's a good Pagani lighting the rear tyres up, unsafe, pops out into the middle there, but T. Smith has got the jump into turn 1. Up alongside unsafe, up the hill, he's up to 4th, he's up the inside of Ross, on the way to Druids, Pagani gets 3rd, but then runs deep, Ross switches back up the inside, Blue Flag getting involved with unsafe, the two Porsches together, as they come down the hill, Pagani's back on the inside of Ross, then into Graham Hill Bend, they're still side by side, Pagani ushers in wide and gets up into 3rd, a great start from Pagani, he's up 2 already, Blue Flag down the inside of unsafe, he's down always on the grass as they try to turn into McLean's, SBY there with him. Joe Burns is alongside Aaron. For a long time rivalry. Aaron going backwards then off the start. Joe Burns upper position. And Graham, Fever, Tom Duval, Biggles and Homer had a terrible start down to 14th then. T. Smith is away and running and already a second clear from his teammate. Pagani giving chase. Ross has now got Blue Flag all over him as they head up through Dingledale and into Sheen for the first time. Anyone on softs? Asked Derek. Good question. It's medium tyres for the front 2. Pagani is on soft tyres. That might explain his electric start. For Ross for Blue Flag, for SBY, for unsafe, for Joe Burns, Aaron, Graham, Fever, Tom, Biggles, Homer. So it's just Pagani on the softs in this one. And he's using to good effect because he's already latched onto the back of Rom for 3rd. And dips the tyre. Bound to P2, of course, my bad. He's in 3rd, he's going for 2nd, and he's all the way onto the back of the Nissan. So they come out of Druids down towards Graham Bend for the 2nd time. Ross now in 3rd, breaking away slightly from Blue Flags, but SBY chasing him down. Joe Burns up to 7th, and great start from him unsafe, going backwards as Aaron gets back into P8. Biggles kicking the dirt in the background. Unsafe from that Porsche, struggling a little bit at this stage of the race then. Graham, there's Fever, Tom Duval 12th, then Biggles and Homer in 14th. This is the battle at the moment then, Pagani versus Rom. Pagani needs to get through as quick as he can. And Ross is also now fighting a rear guard action for Blue Flag and SBY. How much can Blue Flag see? How much can SBY see with his VR on? He's on the grass there as he turns into Clark Curve. For the minute, holding him off then. What about Pagani? Is he closer? No, Rom has held him off. Fastest lap of the race to T. Smith at 23.7. Pagani then needs clear air. Wants to make the best of those soft tyres. Rob, meanwhile, has caught back onto T. Smith ever so slightly. Sector 1. So we made a bit of a break then. We've got the next 3 and a bit of a gap with Joe Burns going very well then. He had a good run last night, Joe Burns, a couple of 4th places. Now up to 7th. Down behind him, unsafe now settled down into 9th. Lost a couple of places off the start and qualified up in 4th. Again, Pagani is latched onto the back of Rom as they drop through Hawthorns. Through. Can he force a mistake there? Dip of the tyre in the gravel from Rom. Rom is catching back onto T. Smith then. He's going purple again, so Rom is flying at this stage of the race. He is bringing himself back into the... He's going to catch the slipstream here. He does. He's got back into slipstream range of the race leader. He's bringing Pagani with him. So front 3 covered by less than a second. So come on to complete lap 3. going to see a faster lap from Rom. Do indeed a 23.4 from Rom. Pagani goes even quicker there behind him with a 23.4 as well. 8 tenths now covers the front three. The next three also covered by a blanket. Oh, and Aaron up the inside of Joe Burns into Druids as they start lap 4. Joe Burns getting that BMW very sideways on exit there. That might give Unsafe a chance, but he's sideways as well. Round the outside goes Unsafe release. No, nothing doing there though. Can't find a way around. And Joe Burns hangs on to 8th place for now. A good start there. Slip back there, having got that place. And then getting back through a little bit up to Druids. Fever and Tom Duval on his case now as well. Biggles and Homer still on the coattails of the pack. Not making much progress at the minute. T. Smith with a penalty. Race leader has a half-second penalty then. Ron there very wide on the exit of Sheen. Is he going to hang on? Or is Ron close enough to take advantage here? So his penalty now. Is Ron going to get close enough into the final corner? The answer is no, but he's right there now. Oh, he goes for it. Oh, Rob sideways, Rob's round, Rob's in the pits! Oh, Rob, no, what are you doing? Ross has got through to 3rd, meanwhile, what's happened to... Oh, yeah, Ross was 3rd, no, wait. Ross up to 3rd then, blue flag and SBY. Oh, Rob. What was happening there? He's got Cody's all the way down to 14th. And they've gone from having 2 cars at the front of the field to having 2 cars at the back. Drama then. Rom thought about sending it. And Steve Smith at the final corner. He got on the inside, got on the grass, and it seemed to unsettle the car. That Nissan has got a very loose rear end on it when he wants. And unfortunately, he pitches it into a spin. And he's in the grass and out of contention for this one. So we'll be now looking for a strong race 3. What that has done is release Pagani to chase after T. Smith on those soft tyres. Ross has now got clear of blue flag. He's now got SBY to worry about. And is rolling down ever so slightly, 1.5 seconds back. Joe Burns has now got Unsafe all over him. He's there as well. Tom Duval just up way a little bit, and Biggles and Homer. Recovering Rob. Oh, he's going to be kicking himself for that. Up front, and the gap is now half a second. T. Smith does a personal best at 23.7. Matched by Pagani, 0.08 per second difference between their lap times that time around. These two then the 2 most successful men in FTRL GT history. About 16 titles between them, if not more, probably more. Come on then. To McLean's, up the hill we go. Pagani is right there now. Down straight, then dropping through into Hawthorns. Pagani is right there now. Through Hawthorns. To keep a bit of grass and into Westfield. Pagani there, a little bit of contact on the rear there. And settling T. Smith there, bit of Morse code. I'm going for first, says Pagani. A very legendary bit of commentary on this day, 1991. Now with Sterling's we go. Down towards Clark Curve. Pagani right on the rear bumper. Can he find an opening though? Equal cars. Pagani's on the soft tyres though. Can see the wear starting to show just a little bit though, but he's still travelling at a fair old rate of knots. Won't be too bad at the minute. He needs to get through there. Why he's got an advantage. Those tyres will be dropping off by the end of this race. Ross now comfortable in 3rd. SBY's got 4th. Oh, what's happened to blue flag? We've lost blue flag. He's got SBY. There's Joe Burns, Aaron, Unsafe, Graham, Fever, Tom Duval. There's blue flag. They're down in 11th. 33.2 on that last lap. Then he's had off somewhere. Homer and recovering Rom. I'm back on the tail of Biggles. It's up front. continues to stalk. Through Dingledell into Sheen we go. Getting the car sliding around there, shaking its head. Gets to settle for Sterling. Pagani's had a good exit. Stands firm, drops into Clark curve. Continues across the line we go. T. Smith does the personal best there, 23.6 and 23.6 from Pagani as well. T. Smith catches the curve on the inside. Pagani's a little bit wide. The paddock open that time around. And thinks about launching down the inside. To Drew is there, just showing in the mirrors, trying to put T. Smith off. T. Smith though not having any of it at this stage. He's comfortable in third. SBY now trying to give chase. Joe Burns going really well in fifth. Unsafe is ahead of Aaron now. So Unsafe's fighting back now, and now Graham is coming up to challenge. Fever also on the back of this one. We've got a one-hit wonders sandwiching the Kahuna's cars with a Milker, all Mongs, no Tom's car slap bang in the middle. Behind them, Tom DeVal has now got blue flag behind him. Rom's got the 12th then, so he's cleared Homer and Biggles, and Homer's also finally got ahead of Biggles and been stalking him all race. Up front, Garney continues to work on the back of that Genesis. Then he's had a good run there. He's had a very good run on that corner. He's trying to get alongside. T. Smith is driving down the white line. Pagani's on the grass. Oh, Pagani! Oh, he saves it. T. Smith sliding the rear as well. Wow, commitment from Pagani. Went for a gap that was about a quarter of a car's width there, if that. And he's still trying to make it work. Oh, T. Smith slides on the exit of Paddock band. Pagani does very well because he's got dirty tyres to make Paddock in the way he did. And this is not over there, but a signal of intent there. There was an aggressive move from Pagani, aggressive a mood as we've seen from him on T. Smith. He knows he's running out of tyres a little bit. They're still looking okay. On lap 9. His lead over SBY seems to be diminishing as well. Yeah, took half a second out of him on that last lap. Joe Burns has also got Unsafe behind him, but Unsafe's wide as he tries to turn into McLean's. Aaron's still there. Graham's dropped back a little bit then towards Fever, the two Lexuses, 8th and 9th. Tom DeVal's got blue flag all over him, and Rom is closing in again as well. Blue flag's a good run. They drop into Hawthorne. Tom DeVal going defensive. Blue flag can try to go down the outside. Can he hang it around the outside? No, Tom DeVal eases back across, and now Rom's there as well. Rom trying to go on the outside of blue flag. They come into Westfield. Blue flag a little bit of a slide. Rom is all over the back of him. Through Sheen we go. To Sterling's. Down the hill. Biggles had a drama somewhere, dropped back a little bit. Meanwhile, I think Pagani's had another moment somewhere because he has dropped back 1.6 seconds now. In fact, he's closer to Ross than he is to T. Smith. So, a bit of a drama somewhere for him. Regroup. Can he close back in? On lap 10 of 15, we're at 2/3 race distance now. Top 4 covered by 4 seconds then, so this is very much still open. Smith now having a comfortable lead. Pagani is just easing away from Ross again. It's 1.4 seconds on that lap, unfortunately. Somewhere. Is that going to be him settling for second? Or is he going to try and ease back on? Joe Burns is becoming a bit of a cork in the bottle here. It was Unsafe, and Aaron are right there again. And Fever are not a million miles away either. Fever now looking at Graham as they head into Sheen. Nothing doing. Aaron all over the back of Unsafe. And turn is all over the back of Joe Burns. That BMW though is quick in a straight line. That Porsche's got good grip. And this has got a great front end on it. Along the the Brabham straight. So that's there from Aaron, 24-2. Good run up the hill then. Safe. Pulled a couple of car lengths, so that's safe into Druids. Aaron will get on safe, and at Joe Burns. Where you can see Graham has just dropped back ever so slightly now towards the clutches of Fever. Two McLean's then. Joe Burns and safe wide. Oh, Aaron, they're getting a big kick of oversteer as he tries to get the power down on safe. He's got a run on Joe Burns here. Joe Burns goes defensive, covers the inside. Drop down the hill into Hawthorne's then. He's going to try and go around the outside. He's going to try it. Oh, a bit of a touch there on safe right on the exit there. Has to go defensive there from Aaron as they come up to Westfield. Aaron's now right there, pushing on safe through the corners. Drop down into Dingledale. Up the hill into Sheen. Take the curb. And right up to the edge there. The slide again from the rear of that Nissan. Into Sterling's. Into Clark curve, then final corner. And survive then. Oversteer again there from the Nissan. Trying to get the power down. Again. Go bend there, Joe Burns and safe both very wide there. Aaron getting tucked in nicely. A good run up the hill then, but not close enough for a look into Druids. And down the hill. Kinking it into Graham Mill Bend. Taking a massive wiggle on there. Aaron's got an opportunity here, maybe. Does he think about moving up the inside to McLean's? No. Late enough on the brakes to survive. Hey, Aaron again getting a massive kick of oversteer as he tries to get the power down. Again, down the hill, under the bridge. Braking point for Hawthorne. Zipping 400 miles an hour. Right hand to use the curve on the exit. Graham's also closed back in again. He's taking a second out of this group there. You can see him getting ever closer in the mirror. Bringing Fever with him again. These five are coming back together. Despite these three no longer really battling there. Well, that runs into 10th then, so he's cleared the Porsches. It's on the van 11th. That's on the blue flag, he's down to 13th. 31.6 last time around. A mistake from blue flag then. The Mongs currently 13th and 14th. And their lead driver in P7. T. Smith now has just eased away up front. His lead is now 3.4 seconds, and Pagani's tyres are dropping off, and he is now under all kinds of pressure for P2. Because Ross and SBY are all over the back of him. 25.6 on the last lap. Ross was 24 flat, then 1.6 seconds quicker. That's a mistake from Pagani, and his tyres just going away from him. So just jinking around on the straight there, trying to break the slipstream. Ross now is attacking and defending because he's got SPY all over the back of him as well. Kicking up the dirt there. In between Hawthorne and Westfield. Down through Dingle, there we go. There's the BMW, there's the Nissan. Right there with Pagani. Is now very much fighting a rear guard action here. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky at the rear. It's not very good on low gears. It doesn't like, it definitely spins up a lot. Pagani is now having to defend the inside line here up to Paddock or Bend. Ross looks to the inside, fakes back to the outside. Is there a move going to Paddock? Not this time. He has a good line there through one. Pagani's a little bit wide. Is Ross close enough to have a go? No, he's not this time. Pagani's going to go deep though. And Ross is up the inside through Druids. Pagani they will have the inside for Graham O'Ben there if he can stay alongside. They're side by side down the hill. Can Ross hang it around the outside? SBY is going to buy into this now as well. Arrives right on the back of Ross, but no way, nothing doing. Look at Ross, he's right on the back of Pagani. There's the ground McLean's again on the power up the hill. The Nissan tucks right under the BMW's rear wing. The BMW right under the Genesis rear wing. Drop down the hill into Hawthorne's we go. Pagani driving down the inside as much as he can do. Ross is right there. He's going to pop out for a move into Westfield. Not this time. Over the curbs. Through Dingledale into Sheen for the penultimate time. Each other, please. Through Sterling as we go. Guys a little bit wide. Ross kicking up the dirt as well. SPY's had a good run. Go on board with SPY at the back of this pack now. Once again, Ross is all over the back of that Genesis. He's struggling through Clark Curve. Ross has gone wide early on there. That opens the door. Very fighting for SPY. He's going to arrive hot. There's a bit of a tap there, I think. But God, he's very slow there. Oh, Ross has a big twitch. Ross has a big twitch. SPY's on the grass. Can he get it stopped? He can. He's through. SPY getting it done. As they start the final lap, he's a little bit wide. Oh dear, he made a big slide again there from the Nissan. He's given Pagani a couple of car lengths, and as they head into McLean's. See that Nissan picking up nicely there in turning. SPY has bided his time and pounces on the last lap to snatch the podium position away. Can he get back on terms with Pagani before the end of the lap to have one more chance at it? Further back, unsafe all over Joe Burns. Nothing changing there. Rom still closing in as well. Tom DeVal in a bit of a lonely P11, although Homer is closing in ever so slightly. Looks like a Beagles at the back, but up front, eventually untroubled. T. Smith will come round to claim his 6th win in 7 races this season. He wins the first race here. Torres in the end by 6.4 seconds. What's happening in the background there? Is Sean redressing? I think he is. Did he feel that was maybe a little bit robust? Joe Burns is going to hang up a P5 ahead of Unsafe and Aaron. Graham gets P8, Fever gets P9, Rom gets P10, recovering after that spin early on. It's P11 for Tom DeVal, it's P12 for Homer. Blue flag will come in 13th. And a couple of dramas, and Biggles really got going in that one, unfortunately. Here's the final finisher in 14th then, so that is race 1. Everybody shout, but everybody but boring in the chat, because T. Smith won again. Ugh. There he is, victorious then by 6.4 seconds in the end over Pagani. Ross then getting P3 after SPY redresses on the line. Did he feel that move into Drury's was a little bit robust, perhaps? Better safe than sorry. Good driving there from those two. Joe Burns, very solid effort from him in P5. Ahead of Unsafe, who qualified 4th, went backwards early on, but fought back to get to P6 at the flag. Aaron ending up P7. Graham in P8 for the big kahunas then. Fever getting up to P9. Rom recovering to P10 after that spin out of P2. Early on, he will be kicking himself for that because he had the pace to be challenging at the front. Tom DeVal gets P11. Homer with P12. Blue flag, who slipped backwards a little bit, ending up P13, and Biggles rounding off the finishers in 14th then, and that will be your grid for race 2. So now, of course, the question is, who switches to the soft tyres for race 2? T. Smith is back on the medium tyres again. So is he going to try and use the soft tyres to cut through in race 3? Has to be wise on the soft tyres in this one. Practicing his starts. Another look at it. In 3rd gear though. Ross is on the soft tyre as well this time then. So Ross is on the soft tyres now. Biggles, Graham, Tom DeVal on safe. Of course Pagani will have to be on the medium tyres now. Fever, Aaron, Rom, Homer on the medium tyres. Joe Burns is on the soft tyres by the look of it for race 2. Blue flag again on the mediums. Good evening, Callum. How are we? Now then. So, race 2 about to get underway. We've got SPY, Ross, who are 3rd and 4th, starting on the soft tyres. So the cars on the 2nd row are both on the soft tyres by the look of it. And Joe Burns, who's finished 5th. So you got the cars 3rd, 4th and 5th are on soft tyres in this one then. It's the front row on mediums. Ooh, Aaron's also on the softs then. Aaron has switched as well. So Aaron's on the soft tyres in this one. Everybody else remains on the medium tyres. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. See then, race 2 is go. Got start from Aaron on the safe. They pop into the middle. Pagani's dragging around the outside of T. Smith into Paddock Hill Bend. Ross is right there. SBY pushing him through. Side by side up the hill. Pagani's ahead. Oh, in the background, Rom's off in the gravel at Paddock. T. Smith's gone very deep at Druids. Forces Pagani wide. Ross is down the inside and into 2nd place. It's all going to run for Rom again. T. Smith's a little bit wide on the exit of Graham Hill Bend there, and Ross has now got to run for 2nd. He's around the outside into McLean's. He's going to try and hang it around all the way around the outside. He's got the grip as well. Ross has got the inside for Hawthorns. It's a drag race now. Drag race down the hill. Genesis versus the BMW. The BMW's got the inside for Hawthorns. Surely T. Smith will let him have this. He's going to try and fight around the outside there and hangs on. Great driving, and Pagani's now back in this as well. Through Westfield we go, and T. Smith is somehow hung on to that lead. But Ross's signal of intent there. Go into Sheen we go. SBY touches the grass, but survives. Oh, everybody's out on the grass on the exit there. Ross picking up grass. SBY, Joe Burns all on the grass as they head down into Clark Curve for the first time in race 2. Unsafe is down to 7th, and Aaron's up to 6th. Making good use of the soft tyres, and T. Smith pulling a couple of car lengths, saying along the start finish straight into Paddock Hill Bend to start lap 2. Oh, who was that going off? Oh, Pagani's off at the gravel, and Joe Burns I think has gone with him. Oh no, it wasn't Joe Burns. Who was it? Was it Joe Burns? Yeah, it was Joe Burns. Yeah, so Joe Burns and Pagani both in the gravel. Turn 1. Pagani down to 12th. Blue flag and a drama as well. So a couple of cars out of that lead battle then. And what that has done though is put 3 soft tyred cars in T. Smith's wheel tracks. T. Smith leads then. Ross is in 2nd. SBY is now 3rd. Aaron's up to 4th. Yeah, very much so. They were doing the Radicross track, I think. Aaron's up to 5th after all that unsafe, back into 6th place. And then we've got Tom DeBal in 7th. Phoebe's now in 8th. Home up to 9th. Joe Burns down to 10th. He's got those soft tyres on, so can he make any progress then? Biggles is 11th. Pagani in 12th. Still on the grass. As Rom as well, he was in the gravel at Paddock on lap 1. Blue flag in 14th. Oh, bus is wide at Paddock Hill Bend, and SBY's down the inside. He'll make it stick this time. Takes full advantage of that one, and he's up to 2nd then. Now, can SBY do anything about T. Smith? SBY does go well around here. He's purple in sector 1. Also been just on the fastest lap of the race. Carried that speed a little too hard into Paddock Hill Bend. Kept it on the grey stuff, but opened the door for SBY, and he has immediately latched onto the back of T. Smith. He fended off Pagani for a good chunk of the race last time. We had a few laps respite while Ron was there. Now he's got SBY there immediately running on lap 3. SBY is not shy about making a move either. Back of that Genesis shaking around. Flashing on, then we'll go on board with SBY. Snapping over there between Sheen and Sterling's. So they're starting the back of that Genesis out Sterling. Down the straight we go towards Clark Curve. Really never taking place then, but SBY using that little bit of run off on the outside to try and open the angle up, get a run along the start, finish straight. This is just stretching his legs out ever so slightly, not close enough this time. He's better on the brakes though. Oh wow. Giving him a little tap there, and that might give Ross an opportunity on the outside. He's going to look to your left. He's there some ways behind the chair. There is Ross. The BMW trying to fight back around the outside. He's going to make it stick. I think he has. Great move from Ross. He's back into P2. SBY lifting off there to not gain the advantage from the contact with T. Smith. And Ross takes full advantage and takes back that P2. And Aaron is right there now in the wheel tracks as well. Front four breaking clear. And Graham is leading the rest of the pack. Ross now thinking about a move on the run down to Hawthorne, but drops back into the slipstream. Will go through the pack then. Graham in 5th with his teammate unsafe behind him in 6th. The Kahunas cars together. Half a second penalty for Tom Duval in 7th. He's got Fever just behind him, so he might lose that place. If we get back then to Homer in 9th. We've got Biggles in 10th now. Gone in 11th. Joe Burns is down to P12, and he's got Rom battling with him. Big flag just behind them as well. Back there with the lead 4. Now Ross is now all over the back of T. Smith. A bit of a slide again from the BMW. On board with now the 2nd place Ross. Scott into paddock this time from down the hill. He's still very much there as well in the mirrors. T. Smith's wide at Druids. Ross looked at the inside, there's a little bit of a touch. T. Smith comes back for the line. Ross not able to find a way through, didn't run wide enough. He's making just little errors, but we've seen already that SBY and Ross will punish those errors given the opportunity. Going to get a run up the hill. Again, a little bit of a slide from the Genesis. 2 Nissans in the background. Still very much in this one. Aaron in 4th is 1.1 seconds off the lead. Tom Duval's held on to P7 meanwhile, despite having served that half-second penalty. Through Dingledale into Sheen we go. He's looking as much curb as he can. A little bit of a slide again. Sets the car up then for Sterling's. The back of him again, then switches to the outside. The team is going a little bit defensive down the straight. Back for the line there. He puts his nicely at Clark curve. Paddock Hill bend once again. Then T. Smith getting the apex nicely. This is a better run though up the hill. Pops to the inside, but he's not close enough for a move. Smith doesn't make the apex, but doesn't run wide. There on the rumble strip on the outside there. Oversteer there as he gets on the power out of Graham Hill bend. So McLean's we go. That's purple. Currently having in the fastest lap in this one. He's got 3/10, so that should be enough. Going a little bit defensive down the straight, but he's not going to be under threat in the braking zone. He's wide there though. He's very wide there. He's on the grass on the exit of Hawthorne. Is Ross close enough to take advantage? He's going to have dirty tyres. Slide there, time another slide. There's a chance here for Ross again. Oh, wow. The brakes again. The difference in braking capacity there. Ross looked for the inside. T. Smith defends. Slide down the exit again. Can Ross get there? No, he can't. Where's SBY? He's pulling up alongside again. There's the Nissan back down the inside. Can Ross hang on around the outside? Is he going to dip a tyre? Aaron's there as well, trying to push him through. Aaron's going to take advantage now, and Aaron gets 3rd. Or does he? He does. Great battling between these 3. But they continue to knock 7 bells out of each other. T. Smith still leads. SBY, they got the run, got a nose, got off the 2nd. And then ends lap in 4th place. It's Aaron taking advantage. All still together behind them. Graham still leading this little train unsafe. Now Tom Duval's catching up. Fever's joining it, and Homer is also closing in. So we're getting another train forming a little bit further back. Joe Burns is back up to P10. There goes 11th. Blue flags 12th. Pagani, he's dropped down to 13th. He's had another off somewhere. 26.7 last time around, and Rom 34.8. He's had a big off somewhere, unfortunately. Stay there with this lead battle. It's ebbs and flows. 1 second covers the top 4 still. We're at half race distance. somehow T Smith still leads, mostly because the three behind him, despite being on better tyres, are kicking each other rather than kicking him. Second train, meanwhile, Raymond unsafe, still nose to tail. They've got a little bit of gap again, so it's just spread out a little bit behind them. We're back to the lead for 3/10 of a second is the gap. Fastest lap of the race, or personal fastest lap from T Smith. 23.8 from him, 23.6 from Ross, 23.9 from Aaron, 24 flat from SBY. Still just over a second covers these four. Into Graham or Ben. Ross catches the gravel on the inside there. This is the dirt, sorry, and that's given Aaron an opportunity. T Smith a bit of a breather. Aaron looking around the outside. He's got to watch out for SBY though. He's on, but once they're given, he's now T Smith has 0.8 of a second gap. Once again, T Smith letting the three behind him kick each other around and trying to make an escape for a couple of corners. And they sort themselves out again and start trying to close that gap down. Genesis leads BMW, leads Nissan. And Safe has got through into 5th then. He's ahead of Graham now, and Tom Duval has just arrived again. Beaver's also getting into this pack. No, it's not a million miles away either. And Safe now break away. Burns in 10th, back in 11th. Comes back up to 12th then, because Biggles has slipped down to 13th. Biggles has had an off somewhere, 30.5 last time around from him. Rom still recovering after another drama. Front it's as you were. They are trying to close back down on T Smith again. His tyres looking very good. It's a little bit worse. SBY's looking okay at this stage. Not Tom Duval, we've not seen much of him so far tonight. On board with him as he chases down the big Kahuna Lexus. Gaining. Hopes enough there to do anything into Hawthorn. Be careful, people a little bit further back at them. It's safe for the moment. He can just focus on attacking the Lexus in front of him without worrying about the Lexus behind him. Down through Dingledale, up the hill into Sheen. Bit of a slide there, right on the raggedy edge of the track there. Graham's a little bit wider than Sterling. That might give Tom Duval a run here. There's Graham go. Shutting the inside off, but the door was open there. Tom Duval thought better of it. He'll try and get a run down the start finish rate. He's got another run here. Going down the middle of the road. And look to the inside. He thinks about look to the inside. Graham then covers. Holds him off. Up to Druids this time. Bringing Fever and Homer into this battle now as well. Homer's very much there. Well, up front, Ross has decided to drop the Nissans again and is trying to latch back onto T Smith. He's back in the slipstream range. SBY got a little bit of work to do then. The pack has just split up ever so slightly. There was a second a couple of laps ago. Now 2.7 covers the top four. SBY just did his personal best there with 23.4. Ross, who has the fastest lap of the race last time around, at 23.2. So Ross has got the hammer down. Close back in on T Smith, and he's got plenty of life in those tyres still. Aaron's are a little bit worse. He's a little bit better than Aaron's. Caught the grass there as he turned into Sterling, but he's still closing. Bombs into 12th. Dawes is 13th. What's happened to Pagani? Oh, Pagani's dropped it coming out of Westfield. Mistake from the champ. Drops into the back of the pack. He's going for a tactical pole in race 3 maybe. Ross then has caught T Smith once again. The Nissans now look like they're battling over P3. I missed out on a podium in race 1. Can he snatch it back this time? So it looks like it's T. Smith versus Ross for the win. And Aaron versus SBY for P3 in the final step on the podium, unless Ross and T. Smith are battling again. Equally spread at the minute. Aaron's doing a personal best. Oh, what's that? That must be wise up the inside of Aaron. Through Westfield. He's got him. Oh dear. There's been some dramas. The pack then, so a mistake from Aaron, and SBY has capitalised and got back at the P3. And now on the raggedy edge, they're coming out of Sterling. Aaron is not happy in the background. Moving going on there. There's their contact. We call the end of the move. Was it perhaps an ambitious move into Westfield? We may find out later on. Then T. Smith then continues to hold Ross at arm's length. Ross trying to push to get in there. Last time around, T. Smith did 23.4, 23.8 from Ross though, so he lost 0.4 on that lap. Never really got into a battle as such. They've just kind of had nice little gaps in between them for a while. Joe Burns is just edging up on the pack again. Soft tyres are starting to look a little bit second hand, however. They're flagging a bit of a lonely P11. 12th, and 13th, and Pagani at the back. We'll have pole position for. We'll have some fun. Look at it, sliding the rear of the car around. T. Smith then has now just put the hammer down a little bit on this lap then. His last 3 laps have been 23.3, it's his personal best, 23.4 flat and a 23.46. 23.44, so T. Smith now banging in metronomically quick laps. Gap is 1.1. That gap was covering the top 4 not too long ago. Now it's his gap back to P2. Once again, the soft tyres just start to go away from the drivers behind him. He has fended them off the whole race. How critical was that opening lap then, where I felt like Ross was a little bit kind to him on the outside of Hawthorn. A very different race had Ross got the lead on lap 1. Smith was able to hang on. He's held it ever since. Does Ross have anything left for him? Is he going to settle for P2? White trying to close down on him. Aaron has dropped away now a little bit. Tyre wear playing a factor, but there's some contact this time around. This one's with a 23.9. Great, we're coming back a little bit unsafe now, and further back Fever. Oh, what's happened to Tom Duval? He's back in P10. What's happened to Tom Duval? He has dropped back, and it might have even been on this lap. For a checkpoint. Yeah, 6 seconds. He's had off somewhere on this lap, so has he been wide at Panicle Bend? Blue flag. Suddenly interested later on in this one. He's got himself a half-second penalty. He's just lost a few tenths back to Ross then. Penultimate lap there, so 1 and a bit laps to go. Between these two, SBY is closing down ever so slightly. There's 23.1 last time around. Took 4 tenths out of Ross. Tom did a 23.8. Took 7 tenths out of him, but a bit too little too late for SBY. Following a mistake. It's Ross get back and have one more crack at T. Smith. Good job looking after his tyres. That front left isn't looking too bad. It's under a second. Come up through Dingledell, through Sheen for the ultimate time. Into Sterling's. Ross is closing. Ross has got the slipstream again. Something about race 2 this week, apparently. Ross is there again. He's in within 7/10. Start then of the final lap. T. Smith the 23, Ross with the 23.6, T. Smith the 23.8, so 2/10 quicker. Gets through Paddock Hill Bend okay though. Ross closes up into Druids. We go. Still half a second. Chipping away in the background as well, but it's too little too late for him, barring a mistake ahead. Through Graham Hill Bend we go. Ross continues to close. It's a better exit though. Straight then into McLean's we go. Ross closes in again. Getting a slightly better exit up the hill. Starts to take effect there as they drop into Hawthorns. Closes back in again. Navigates that okay. Into Westfield we go. Through there, Ross gets within half a second. Down through Dingle Dell. This is the tricky bit. Sheen. Keep it on the island. T. Smith gets around there okay. Into Westfield. He's a little bit wide at exit, but that's okay. One more corner to go. And it's 7 wins from 8 races for T. Smith then. He victorious in race 2. Ross gets P2. SBY gets P3. Aaron's going to come home in P4. But what was going on? Well, then Graham has retaken unsafe for P5. Hooners get 5th and 6th. 7th for Fever. It's 8th for Homer. 9th for Joe Burns. P10 is going to be Tom Duval just ahead of Blue Flag at the death. Rum has had some dramas once again in this one. It's P12 for him. Biggles. Another race to forget for him. It's going to be P13, but a front row start for race 3. Pagani, unfortunately, put himself in the gravel at Paddock Hill Bend. Or was in the gravel at Paddock Hill Bend. Was there some dramas? The personal best on the final lap. Is P14, but will be pole position for race 3. Most interested about how that ended for me. Yes, it did seem to be a robust move in there. Still one more chance to write it. Results then from race 2. T. Smith once again victorious then. Holding off the gabble of soft shod cars behind him, led by Ross with SBY on the podium in 3rd, Aaron in 4th. It's Graham comes home P5, unsafe in P6. It's Fever P7, Homer in P8. Joe Burns P9, having been off at the gravel at Paddock Hill Bend as well. Tom Duval rounds out the top 10, just holding off Blue Flag, who finishes 11th. Rom in the wars once again, also in the gravel at lap 1 at Paddock Hill Bend. He ends up P12. It's Biggles in P13 and Pagani in P14. But of course, Pagani and Biggles will be our front row then for the final race, which is the reverse grid race. We've had 2 brilliant races so far. Here's the reverse grid draw then. Can T. Smith carve his way through from the back on those soft tyres? Remember, he hasn't used them yet. So anybody who has not used them will be on them in this race then. So thinking about who has not used them. T. Smith has not used his. SBY has used his tyres. Biggles hasn't used the soft tyres yet. He'll be sending them for race 3. Graham, I don't believe, has used the soft tyres yet. Tom Duval has not been on the soft tyres yet. Unsafe has not been on the soft tyres yet. Going has. Fever hasn't, so Fever will be on the soft tyres in this one. Ross used them in that last race, as did Aaron. Homer hasn't been on the soft tyres yet, so he'll have them in the 3rd race. Joe Burns used them last time out, and Blue Flag also will be on the soft tyres in this one. Race 2 was the drama race last night. Race 2 was the drama race so far tonight. What will race 3 bring though? We've got all the quick, say all the quick riders, everybody's quick in this league, but the riders who have been at the front for the first 2 races, cutting through from the back in this one. And we get ready then for race 3 then. Predictions then for this one, please. Who do we think is going to win the final one? Got Pagani and Biggles on the front row together. Let's go up Robin's third. On those soft tyres as well. Watch out for him. He's been quick tonight but hasn't had the look so far. And race 3 is go. It's a great start for Pagani. Rom barely moved and he might be under threat here. The blue flag carves over in front of Tom Duval, looks at the inside of Rom into turn 1. Pagani, they're getting the whole shot. Somehow where has T Smith got to already? He's up to 9th, 8th. How has T Smith made 6 places? He's now on the inside of Homer. T Smith passed half the field in 3 corners. What is going on? They're banging in the pack further back. T Smith, what a start. I said I didn't think he'd be able to cut through. He's already got half the field and already 3 corners in. Unbelievable start from T Smith. Right then, well, now everybody's got his sprint. I think so. Well, he just ghosted through everybody there. Pagani leads then from Biggles, from Rom, from Blue Flag, from Tom Duval, from Joe Birds, from T Smith. Oh, in the background, Homer off and around. And looks like there's contact with Fever. Fever's parked up. Oh dear. Drama's there at Hawthorne's on lap 1 for Homer and Fever, unfortunately. And back down to the back there. And here we go then. Pagani leads us through into the end of lap 1. Rom looking for a way through on Biggles. Into Clark Curve, but nothing doing this time around. Pagani leads by 0.7 of a second. We cross the line to start lap 2. T Smith has got a whole 4 or 5 corners without overtaking somebody. Washed. That said, oh, what's happened there? Who was that? Oh, it's Biggles. Has been wide. And T Smith has passed him, and he's up the side of Joe Burns. He's up to 5th. T Smith is making a mockery of this grid in this race. This is absolutely absurd progress. Absolutely absurd progress. The 5th on lap 2. Gladys and Rom has got through into 2nd then. With Biggles' error. And now has immediately latched onto the back of Pagani for the race lead. They were in some strife in the last race. Looking to finish on a high. Rom has been quick all night but has not got the results to show it so far. Tyre squealing in the background, is that one safe? Oh, Graham's been into dramas as well. He has repassed Homer as these two fight back as well. Along the start finish straight we go, and Rom is right in the wheel tracks to Pagani into Paddock Hill Bend. Pagani going defensive, Rom's around the outside. Oh, and here goes Blue Flag. Blue Flag down the inside of Rom. Rom should go on the outside of Pagani into Druids. Pagani takes the line. Rom has got the inside then for Graham O'Ben. Blue Flag should bend him off it. Oh, contact with Pagani. And Tom Duval's at the inside of all of them. Blue Flag's around. And Tom Duval takes the lead. What an opportunistic move. Oh, Tom Duval from 4th to 1st in 2 corners. Great move. He leads then. Pagani down to 2nd. Rom in 3rd. T Smith's arrived as well. It's just what these 3 didn't want on lap 3 of the race. He's got a good run. He's up the inside of Rom. on the run to Westfield, and he's into third. Surely he can't win this one. From 15th, from 14th on the grid. He's nearly in the lead. He's on the podium on lap 3. That's absolutely absurd. Oh, contact there between Unsafe and Joe Burns. Westfield. Joe Burns fights back into Clark Curve. He takes P5. He's in 7th as well. He's made some good progress in this one. Biggles down to 8th. Wise 9th, making the same progress. Ross in 10th. We've got Drama, Sebastian Strife, it's Graham in 11th, Fever, Homer, and Blue Flag. And then fighting hard now to hold off the Doctors. Got Rom and Tom all over the back of him, then down to Graham Hill Bend. Tom DeVal trying to run away at the front, he's 1.5 seconds clear. I'll be hoping that Pagani can do him a favour here and try and hold back these two soft-shod Doctors as long as he can. Oh, Tyler Smith switches to the inside. Has he got the overlap? Pagani shuts the door. Into Hawthorne we go. T. Smith looking for a switch back. Is he? Pagani hogging the inside. Oh, wow. We saw contact with Robin to the back of Tom. Into Westfield. Bump and run. Gives Pagani a couple of corners of breathing room. Oh, Pagani catches the grass, slides, gathers it up though. That's immediately got the two cars right back on his rear end again, and Joe Burns is also getting a bit of a train forming behind him. Blue and white cars in both mirrors for Pagani as he enters Clark Curve. How long can he sustain this pressure? Smith to the outside. He's looking for that cut back there, but Pagani's going to defend the inside line into Graham Paddock Hill Bend. T. Smith will try and cut back. Rom's almost at the inside of him though. Pagani covers the inside line. Tony Smith will have to go the long way around into Druids. Pagani will ease him onto the curb. Slides away in front there, but gets a big slide, and that's going to let Tom up the inside, is it? Contact at Graham Ben. T. Smith gets a slide on. Pagani survives. Rom's there as well. Joe Burns is now in this pack. And Unsafe's there as well. T. Smith again up the inside into McLean's. Pagani standing firm the lead. Tom DeVal's lead is now 4.2 seconds. Pagani covers the inside. T. Smith to the outside. Tries to cut back again. Pagani still on the inside. T. Smith around the outside into Hawthorns. Going to try for the cutback. Pagani parks it on the apex there. Rob to the outside of T. Smith. Pagani is driving. This is a touring car race now. This is an absolute touring car race. He's just driving around on the inside of the circuit. Parking on the apexes. This is Josh Cook versus Ash Sutton. From, oh my god, what year was it? Sue was in the Subaru and Josh was in the Vauxhall. I'll say 21? No, earlier than that. 19? Maybe. Along the start finish straight, Pagani again defending the inside. T. Smith again looking for the cutback. Pagani's wide. This time T. Smith has a big slide, but I think he's got alongside this time. Has he got the overlap? Pagani's going to lean on him, and Pagani goes wide. And there, Pagani down to P10. The pressure tells finally. And they are released, but they've got 5.6 seconds to try and catch Tom DeVal, who has just run away. Well, all that's been going on behind. This train then second, all the way down to 10th. Pagani on the back of the train now. We've got Graham who's recovering after some opening lap drama. So some second lap drama, looking at the 34 flat. Of course, we saw parked up after contact with Homer. Blue flag. We saw spinning off as that gaggle all got together. Let Tom DeVal through into the lead. He span off on the exit of Graham Hill Bend. Has since taken the fastest lap of the race, so the pace is there for Blue flag. Tom DeVal doing a very good job still up front. His lead is 5.6 seconds, so he gained another 10th that lap around. Halfway through the end of this lap. Flash of the lights there from T-Smith. Thanks very much. Now T-Smith starts to wind the wick up for the purple sector 1. He's now pushing. His teammate behind him. They're going to try and work together and try and catch the race leader. Joe Burns behind them's on the medium tyres, then Biggles on the softs. His best run of the night. Safe behind him's also on the soft tyre. We've got Ross, who's up to 7th now, having started in P13. This boy behind him has a half-second penalty. Then there's Aaron. Recovering Pagani. And there's Graham. And there's Fever, who's done well to catch the pack, to be fair. Just on his personal best, fastest lap. 23.3. And 10th was a blue flag lap then, so the fastest 2 drivers are currently 14th and 12th. Oh, mistake from T. Smith because Rom's second. So a mistake from T. Smith then, as he's been pushing. 24 flat there, it's not exactly slow that. Rom does the fastest lap of the race, 23.1. Then dips the tyre into the gravel at paddock. On that lap they gained the whole nothing on Tom Duval. The gap is about the same. Only 2 tenths faster, but of course Rom was 3rd at the start of the lap. So the gap is as you were, and Tom Duval will be very happy to see that. Chase, and he is 2 tenths up. We're on for a 22 here. Not though if he goes that wide out of Hawthorns. Suboptimal. He's ended the tyre and a half-second penalty for Rom now. So T. Smith will regain P2 here, I think. Seems to be close enough, or nearly. Actually, Rom's pulled away a little bit here, so I think he might hang on to this. Tom Duval's lead grows again to 6 seconds, and they are not catching him at the moment. Little errors. He was on for a fastest lap of the race, ends up with the 24. Yeah, I think T. Smith probably got a penalty last time around as well. So Tom Duval's lead gets back up to 5.9 seconds. See where it was a lap ago. And that's another lap ticked off. He's pushing hard again. The flag has regained the fastest lap of the race, meanwhile. Slows down, right in P13. P12 is now 1.1 seconds behind Pagani, who slipped behind Graham. He just did his personal best last time around by 1,000th of a second. Shaking up Genesis around again. Backwards a little bit there. All Biggles the half-second penalty, then kicking up some dirt out of Westfield. He's going to try and hang on to his coattails here, see if he can take P6. Service penalty is SBY close enough. While Unsafe is looking at Joe Burns. Oh, Joe Burns turns in there on Unsafe. He was right alongside into Clark Curve. Survive. Unsafe is through to 4th. Unsafe is lifted off there. Let Joe Burns go back through. Oh, he was alongside there, but oh, Biggles is off. Biggles has gone straight on into Paddock Hill Bend. Comes out of it in P10. Graham down the inside into Druids. Oh, Biggles there. Shame for him. It has not been his. Oh, Pagani's off. He's gone on the grass on the outside of Druids on the exit there and has pitched him into the wall. He's done a Mansell. Up front then, they've started to take some time out of Tom Duval finally, but is it too little too late? They're going to need to take about a second a lap out of him at the minute. That has now just ticked under 5 seconds. they're all on the soft tyres. The Porsche, of course, with its mid to rear engine layout, is probably going to be a lot more kind on its front tyres compared to the Genesis and the Nissan. In a minute, Rom's tyres, I think, are just a little bit worse than Tom's. Had a good lap here. They've taken some time out of him. Tom DeBal last time around 24.2. He's had a mistake in there. Rom does a 23.2. If they've taken a second out of him on that lap, then that's what they need to do. Not necessarily all over. Was it a mistake from Tom DeBal? He can't afford to have too many of those. He can lose a couple of tenths, but if he loses a second a lap, they'll be with him before the end of this race. And the pressure we've seen tonight has already been relentless from these two. Tom in the background, they're sliding the Genesis through McLean's. Down into Hawthorne's, he's down one for a personal best as well. He's appeared to have just pegged the gap a little bit this time, Tom DeVal. Maybe losing a couple of tenths this time around. Exactly, catching is one thing, passing is another. There's a famous ex-commentator, rest in peace, God of man, Mr. Murray Walker. So the captain's going to be pretty much bang on 4 seconds at the end of this lap. Tom DeVal this time around does a 23.9, Rom does 23.3, so he took 6 tenths out of him that time around. So still a helpful amount. Let's see how the gap continues to ebb and flow. Unsafe then in 4th place then has really dropped Joe Burns. He got back ahead of him. And now SBY is looking at the inside of Joe into Druids. Ross is there as well, and Aaron's there as well. Graham's there, and Biggles is there, and Phoebe's there. And Homer's not a million miles away either. Further back we've got Blue Flag and Pagani circulating in 13th and 14th. It's not been all night. Blue Flag has the fastest lap of the race still though. Just to emphasise he has the pace here. Maybe it is the drink. No Saban, you will have too much of the drink. He's also done the personal best last time around, 23.9. So again, emphasising there is pace there when he doesn't have to park it on the apexes to hold off a rabid mod of Doctors. Again, the gap was 4 seconds at the end of the last lap. It's only down to 3.6, so only taking about 4-5 tenths out of it. It's not enough. Right to the edge of the circuit there. He is running right at the limit there. Half a second that time around. Tom DeBal with a 24 flat, Ron with a 23.5, Tom with a 23.4. Not taking enough time then as the soft tyre goes off there. Tom taking the scenic route around Paddock Bend, picks up some gravel as well. It's Pack meanwhile unsafe, still in 4th. Joe Burns still defending from SBY. Unsafe a little bit wide at Druids, very wide at Druids. Joe Burns not close enough there to make a move. SBY now all over him as well. Ross has got Aaron all over the back of him. A couple of the purple cars. Both of them on the curve though, both of them shaking around. And in the back there, there's Fever, there's Hober, there's Biggles. Flag. Lost another 4 seconds on that last lap there. Another drama. Not his night tonight. The gap down to 3 seconds with 2 and a bit laps to go. Is continuing to push. Now drop T Smith to the tune of 2.6 seconds, so I think the perfect week is once again going to elude T Smith. That was a hell of an effort when he got through to 3rd. But the defensive drive from Pagani for those laps just give too much to do, I think. 24.6 from Tom DeVal, 23.8, so he took 8 tenths out of him on that lap. But now we're down to 2 laps to go. Difficult ask from here. Ross dealt with Aaron, is now attacking SBY. On board with Ross. Oh, let's save some wide at Druids again. Joe Burns is down the inside. Unsafe hangs on. He's struggling at Druids for some reason. He's wide there at the back exit off Graham Hill Bend. SBY's in the mirror. Joe Burns has got to be careful here. Doesn't want to open the door. SBY is not wanted to look at Gift Horse in the mouth when it comes to making moves. He's on the outside here. There's the nose of the Nissan. Down the back straight. Last of the late breakers. It's Joe Burns. Just, yes, but is SBY going to cut back up the inside? He looks for it. Not close enough though. Good driving there from Joe Burns as he hangs on to this P5. Very good night. Fifth in race 1. Fifth in race 3. Would have had a better race in race 2. Unfortunately, a little bit wrong for him. Yeah, indeed it is, Joe. Great effort from Joe tonight. Starting to see the man that was the first ever. In fact, it was one of the first 2 ever FTRL GT championships back in GT Sport. Y is looking up the inside into Paddock Hill Bend. Where is the Nissan? There it is. Oh, there's a bit of contact. There's a bit of lag. SY's through. The fence is broken. Oh, and now Ross is coming as well. Joe's trying to turn in. Ross is there though. BMW is exchanging paint. Still exchanging paint. Joe's got the inside for Graham Hill Bend though. Aaron's going to try and get involved in this as well now. Ross on the outside. Aaron has a big moment. Catches it. Graham takes the place from him. Joe continues to hold the inside line into McLean's. Ross trying to go around the outside. Is he going to try and cut back then and get a run up the straight? Pops to the left hand side. Up front, the gap's down to 1.3. But Rom's charge is just going to come up a couple of laps short. Still battling. Joe Burns finally gets in front, but then he's running wide, and now Ross is trying to go to the inside. Down through Dingledale. He's got the inside line. There's a little bit of an overlap. Into Shoe we go. There's contact, and off goes Joe Burns. Aaron goes through. Graham goes through. Aaron attacks Graham. Tom DeVallo has hung on, and he is victorious in race 3. It's second for Rom. T. Smith gets third. Water drive from him. Unsafe's going to hang on for fourth. SBY needed another lap. Fourth and fifth for those. Ross. Oh, it's a drag race to the line. Graham gets sixth. Ahead of Aaron and Ross. Oh, Ross slips down to 8th. Fever gets 9th. Joe Burns 10th. Homer 11th. Blue Flag gets P12. Beals is P13. And Pagani, unfortunately, ending up P15. Well. Drama right to the death in GT1. Tom DeVal then picks up his first victory of the season. And a great drive there from that. Took full advantage there of the chaos between Blue Flag, Tom and Pagani. Snuck through from 4th to 1st. And while Pagani tried his best to fend off the pack, Tom DeVal scampered away. And he used that gap then to hang on there at the death as Rom flew up behind him. But couldn't deny him then, so Tom DeVal victorious there. Rom, great drive in that third race there. He's been threatening that all night. Should have had a better result tonight. He's had some dramas in race 1 and race 2, but ends the night on a high. T. Smith there, tried everything to get the perfect week there. What a start that was as well, making up 6 places on the opening lap. In fact, there was it 5 places, 6 places in the three corners. Unbelievable start there. We'll have to go and find the start there and see what happened. Unsafe release. P4 there, just held up SBY in the drag race to the line. Look at that then. Graham, Aaron and Ross separated by just over a tenth of a second. That's how close that was. So they came across the line 3 wide. 6th, 7th and 8th. Fever gets P9. Joe Burns in P10. Homer was 11th. Blue Flag in 12th. Biggles 13th. Pagani 14th. Right, I want to have a look at that replay for T. Smith's start. So before we disappear, congratulations to everybody. Well done to our race winners. But I think we need to have a look at just quite how T. Smith cut through, because we missed it. Obviously, it's very difficult to see because I did not expect him to get that many places. But I want to see what he did at the start of this third race, because that was unbelievable there. Such a narrow track as well. I know a lot of the cars ahead of him were on medium tyres, but that was some start. So let's have a quick nosy once the game catches up. This week would be nice. I know you've got to like download that fucking high ace van and all shit, but nobody cares. Right, let's have a look at this race start, because that was absolutely unreal. Let's have a look then. Really good launch. You can get Ross off the line. He puts the inside. Sean Aaron. Graham gets hung out to dry by Aaron. The inside of unsafe. And then gets Fever on the brakes into Druids. There you go. Absolutely unreal start. And then Burns has a slide. Homer gets bulked behind him, down the inside of his teammate. And that is how you make 6 places and 3/4 at Brands Hatch. Go on board. Hooked up nicely. Clears Ross. Gets to the inside. Aaron then goes deep. Brings Graham out to dry. Unsafe has a bit of a wobble. Down the inside of him. If he gets caught on the outside ever so slightly. Inside for Druids. Loads of grip. Joe Burns has the wobble. Holds up Homer. And goes to the outside. T-Smith down the inside. And that is P7. There we go. So that is the end of this week's action. Sorry, Unsafe. I don't want to glorify him too much. I know. I was just wanted to see how it happened, because it was a very impressive start. So the World Tour moves on to week 5 next week, and we are going to be in the Deutschland. Ja, Unsafe, you're in your hometown. We're at the Nürburgring then for next week. It is a mixed week. No, it's not. It is another sprint week. So another sprint week then, the Nürburgring. Formula 1 style qualifying. We've got the sprint layout hosting qualifying, which is of course the short version where you go through the first complex on the little short straight, and then you hang a right, a hairpin, and come out onto the other side of the track just after the Schumacher S, while the main track will be on the GP layout. So that is next week. Thursday for GT2, Friday for GT1. Please do join us. And if you haven't already liked the stream, please like it before you go. Thank you very much to everybody who has watched and commented. As always, it is very much appreciated. Yeah, some great action again from GT1. It was a hard marker to beat what GT2 did last night, but I think GT1 certainly gave it a very good go tonight. Great racing across all 3 races. But yeah, more of the same next week, of course. But from me for this evening, thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you again real soon.